Good morning, boys and girls. This week we are going to be hearing all different kinds of stories about leaders and warriors and soldiers in the Bible. Today we're hearing about a woman named Deborah, and her story is out of the book of Judges, chapter 4. In the years after Joshua, the Israelites settled in many parts of Canaan, but they still did not have all the land that God had promised them. As time went by, they forgot their duty to God. They did not live by the rules he had given to Moses. So God no longer protected them from their enemies. One of their enemies was Jabin, king of Hazor. For 20 years, he treated the Israelites very badly. At last, they cried out to God for help. At that time, their leader was a woman named Deborah, and God spoke to her. Deborah was also a prophet, so she was very, very close to God. One day, Deborah sent for one of her leaders of her army. She said, "Barak, the God of Israel has told me you must form an army of 10,000 men and fight King Jabin." But Barak was afraid. He said, "I will not go unless you go." "All right," Deborah said, "I'll go." Deborah went to the foot of Mount Tabor with Barak and his army. They faced the enemy. Then Deborah said to Barak, "It's time to attack. God has already gone on ahead to fight for you." The army charged up the mountain. They fought the army of Jabin. All of Jabin's men fell by the sword. Not a man was left. Later, Deborah and Barak sang a song about the battle. The song gave thanks to God for leading them to victory against a cruel king. Here is when Deborah is telling him that God is going to help them and to make the army. And over here is when they get the victory. So, boys and girls, I hope you guys are like Deborah this week and you are brave warriors. And I also have a very cute cartoon for you to watch to hear the story about Deborah one more time. Until tomorrow.